So the piece is always a tough one to follow. It's especially tough today with Lonnie smacking me with a pool noodle all four services. But y'all go ahead and be seated, and y'all settle in for me for just a minute. Good afternoon, and I finally get to say good afternoon and not good morning. I'm Tyler Riddle, and many of you know me. Some of you love me. Hey, girl. And the rest of you have merely tolerated me for about a decade now, so it's good to see you. I want to start by saying how absolutely amazing it is to be back together today at St. Anne's. How good does it feel, y'all? It's so good. And even though we're 6 feet apart, and when I got here I was just as worried about those pool noodles as you were, it does my heart so good to be worshiping with you, my St. Anne's family. And let me be very clear when I say my St. Anne's family, I mean my family. About 7, maybe 8 years ago, you folks welcomed a much thinner, much less gray-haired, still very handsome and humble young man into your congregation, and his very pregnant wife, who is no longer pregnant and is still just as wonderful today. Fast forward to what we've got going on here, and we've added 2 precocious young girls that are kicking as we speak, and a whole lot of gratitude. And it's that gratitude that drives in Jenna and I an innate desire to give. And I believe that God has placed in all of us that same deep spiritual need to give. For us, even in these crazy corona times, it brings my family extraordinary joy to share what we have with St. Anne's and to know that you all feel the same way. So that's all a very incredibly sappy and lovey-dovey way to say that St. Anne's Consecration Sunday is right around the corner on November 22nd, and we know that you're all going to want to be here for that. And since we can't gather together in the parish hall as we normally do, because of that whole global viral pandemic, and eat together as a family, we're doing the next best thing and preparing an extraordinary free takeout meal that you can take home and enjoy and sit with your loved ones and not have to share an 8-foot table with me and my wild animal children. Love you, girls. So, the most important part of Consecration Sunday, aside from that amazing meal that Tom Kugel puts on, thank you, Tom, is our ability to take our commitments to the church into the sanctuary and place them on the altar just as we normally would every year. And I don't know about y'all, but let me tell you, I have missed the inside of that building. I've missed the smell of the incense. I have missed giving y'all hugs and handshakes. I've missed Roy a little bit, not too much. I've missed watching the children up front act the fool while the acolyte master tries to corral them, and Shirley banging away on that organ. Sally banging away on that organ. And I know it's going to do me so good just to walk in for a moment and touch God's altar as I place my commitment on it. But in order for all of this to go down and for us to make this magic happen, you can see things are a little different. I'm going to need some help from all of you. We're going to need to know that you're coming, and you've got a way in your hand to tell us. So you've got an RSVP card when you came in. Everybody take it out and find it in all of your effects as you've shuffled around. Think of this is your reservation, not only to come to the service on November 22nd, but to also make sure that Tom prepares enough food for everyone on that day. So all you got to do is indicate your preference of service, how many of you are coming, and then just come with a loving and generous heart. That's it. Now, at the end of service, you're going to take those cards, you're going to place them in one of our 3 usher stations. We've got little boxes that you can slide those in. Also, and Lonnie would be mad at me if I didn't say this, we still like you offerings too. So if you feel like it's today on your heart to give an offering, please place that in the box as well. I am so happy to see all of you, and I look forward to seeing you then. So good.